well-spoken NBA Hall of Famer, Sir Charles Barkley, joins me right now. Charles, of course, an Emmy Award-winning studio analyst for the NBA on TNT.
Can you believe they give us trophies for being on television now? First of all, I can't believe they pay me to watch LeBron James play. Now they're giving me trophies. What a great country we live in.
America's a great country. I'm saying. So 500 to 1 odds. How's your game these days?
You know, I'm looking forward to the weekend, to be honest with you. I'm hoping that I play better, but I'm not going to sweat it. You can't beat this. First of all, it's hot as hell everywhere else in the country. It's perfect weather here. I'm walking among the trees. The fans are fantastic. But 500 to 1, I probably wouldn't bet on myself.
You wouldn't? But that's how you win real money.
No, well, listen, I got no chance to win this thing. You got to know your limitations. That's one of the keys to being successful.
You talk about the fans. I saw you last night with fans, and you were so generous with everybody, buying everybody drinks. I mean, they were just crazy for you because you're so generous with your time.
Well, you know, Maria, no disrespect to you. There's only 5 real jobs in the world. Teacher, fireman, policeman, doctor, and somebody who's in the armed service. Everybody else should just shut the hell up and enjoy life. You know, I think those 5 jobs are really important and significant. And if you don't have one of those jobs, you shouldn't take yourself that serious. I enjoy meeting the fans. I've had them. I meet cool people in my life.
Good for you. That's wonderful to hear you say that, Charles. So what's going on in professional sports these days? What would you say are the main headlines?
Well, I think everybody's in the NBA. Everybody's trying to catch up with the Miami Heat. You look what Brooklyn's done this offseason. You look what Houston's done with the Dwight Howard this offseason. Everybody's really trying to catch up with the Miami Heat. You know, baseball, the All-Star game was awesome. It was you know, I got a chance to meet Mariano Rivera a couple years ago, and I thought I got probably no chance of going to heaven, but that's the closest I've ever going to meet God. When I met Mr. Rivera, it was one of the coolest things I've ever done in my life. And to see the players' appreciation for him and the fans' appreciation for him, and that was really special.
That is great. Yeah. Now, I know that we talked a little in the past about you following CBC, following your investments. You got money in this market?
I do have money in this market. You know, the key when you have money, not bragging, I'm just blessed to have money, you probably only want to risk 20-25% of it. You know, 70% you want to just put in safe stuff that, you know, 7% of professional athletes go broke, which...
I know, that's amazing. I feel like the more money you have, the more at risk you are to actually use it.
No, the more freeloaders you have, actually. You have to learn that, you know, the key is, number one, you just have to learn to tell your family and friends no, because once you start giving people money, they never stop. You become an enabler, because once you start giving people money, they never stop. It's not like you say, hey, let me give you money, but they're going to keep coming back. You just have to learn the magic word. No, I'm not giving you any money.
But you've got to put your money in the market if you want long-term investment gains, right?
What the key is, you just want a bunch of singles and doubles. You know, most of the time, you know, I'll probably get 100 business plans and investment opportunities a week. But most of them start out saying, I got a way we can make a lot of money. Very few investments, you make a lot of money. Like, very seldom you're going to hit a home run. You know, you just want a bunch of singles and doubles, especially when you got money. Now, if you don't have money, you're going for the home run every time, that's a different animal. But I've been blessed to make a lot of money for a long period of time. I just want some singles and doubles.
You got to hold on to it.
Yeah, you got to hold on. You just got to protect it.
Last time we spoke, I think it was a couple of years ago here, you said to me, anybody who tweets is an idiot. Do you still think that?
Of course I do. Because I do. I would never tweet. Because the thing about being in the limelight, you're like the homecoming queen. All the ugly girls hate you. You know, when you're successful, there's built-in animosity towards you. So it doesn't matter what you say. Half the people like it, and half the people dislike it.
Yeah.
And I choose not to give those half that don't like me ammunition. That's all it is.
Because then you get the haters
coming out. Listen, that was the toughest thing for me to learn when I first, going back to 84, when I first got into the NBA and became somewhat known. There's built-in animosity toward people who are successful. Like, when I was in high school, me and my friends hated the smart kids because we were dumb. Like, we didn't know we were idiots for being dumb. We should have appreciated those kids for being smart and being successful. There's built-in, and like I say, there's built-in, dumb people don't like smart people. Poor people don't like rich people. Ugly people don't like good-looking people. Psychologically, there's a disadvantage. So I choose to, like, I don't need the haters.
But just because you're not tweeting doesn't mean you're not opinionated in some of your thoughts.
I want to get paid to be opinionated. That's different.
You were in support of Jason Collins coming out as the first openly gay player in the NBA. You say the players are more ready for this than they ever have been.
Well, I don't know. I think the players, first of all, we all played with gay players. We've all played with gay players. And first of all, you work with gay people. You might not know it, but it's that there's somebody.
Right, yeah, exactly. Who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
Right.
And first of all, I'm black. I'm against any form of discrimination. You know, I learned from the great Bill Russell, one of my mentors, being black, you have to always want to be inclusive. And if somebody's gay, God bless them.
Any thoughts on the George Zimmerman verdict?
Well, I agreed with the verdict.
Yeah.
I feel sorry that young kid got killed, but they didn't have enough evidence to charge him. Something clearly went wrong that night. Clearly something went wrong, and I feel bad for anybody who loses a kid. But if you looked at the case and you don't make it, there was some racial profiling, no question about it. But something happened to change the dynamic of that night, and I know, and that's probably not a popular opinion among most people, but just looking at the evidence, I agree with the verdict. I just feel bad because I don't like when race gets out in the media, because I don't think the media has a pure heart, as I call it. There are very few people who have a pure heart when it comes to race. Racism is wrong in any shape, form. There are a lot of black people who are racist too. I think sometimes when people talk about race, they act like only white people are racist. There are a lot of black people who are racist. And I don't like when it gets out there in the media, because I don't think the media has clean hands.
I think you're right.
Yeah,
I'm glad you made that point.
Yeah, I don't think the media has clean hands. Yeah. And like I said, I feel sorry that young kid got killed. But just judging by the evidence, I don't think that guy should have went to jail for the rest of his life. Because something happened bad that night, obviously.
Yeah. I like what one of the jurors said. They said they both should have walked away.
Yes.
And if there's a shadow of a doubt, there's a shadow of a doubt.
And I say, listen, Mr. Zimmerman was wrong he was racial profiling.
Absolutely.
But I think Trayvon Martin, God rest his soul, I think he did flip the switch and start beating the hell out of Mr. Zimmerman. But it was just a bad situation. Like I said, the main thing I feel bad for, it gives every white person and black person who's racist a platform to vent their ignorance.
Right.
You know, that's the thing that bothers me the most. Because I watched the trial closely, and I watch all these people on television talking about it. A lot of these people have a hidden agenda. You know, they want to have their racist views, whether they're white or black.
The bias comes out.
The bias, it definitely comes out.
Yeah.
It was a bad situation. We all lost. And I feel bad for his parents. You never want to see anybody lose a kid.
Charles, you make so many great points. It's so nice to have you on the program.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. By the way, do you remember when you and I played golf?